I've been walking through the first section, which is chapters 1 through 4, traits around leadership, or the traits that I think are most important for leadership. We talked about this concept of fluid ability. We talked about emotional stability. We talked about optimism. And then the last one that's in this section that I want to talk about is integrity. And, integrity to me is the bedrock of leadership. It's, I debated on whether I should put that first or last. I decided to put it at the end to kind of put an end cap on the section. But integrity is what gives you the ability to earn the right to lead people. And, that's a concept that I think doesn't get talked enough about in the world, which is, as a leader, it is your responsibility to earn people's respect and earn the right to lead. And so everything that you do has to be within integrity. And as a leader, when you have new people entering your world, and frankly, ongoing, people are watching and looking for breaches of integrity. And if they find breaches of integrity in your behavior, then that is a breach in trust. And then a breach in trust means that you are losing your ability to build relationships and have the ability to lead. So integrity is absolutely, to me is mission critical leadership. Kim Scott writes about it in her book around, and I was just going to read this here. I quote her on page, let's see here. I think it's right here. It says, because I talk about, one of the sections is called Stop Blowing Unicorns and Rainbows. And the idea on that is that if we, there's a culture in management today of always telling everybody that they're great and they're doing an amazing job. And I've always found that to be outside of integrity, and that what we should be doing is we should be telling people they're doing great when they're doing great, and we should be telling people they need improvement when they need improvement, and anything else is outside of integrity. And then I write here, I say, I'm not alone in my thinking. This is from Kim Scott. She says, in other words, the notion of a right ratio between praise and criticism is dangerous, because it can lead you to say things that are unnatural, insincere, or just plain ridiculous. Says Kim Scott in her great book, Radical Candor. She says that if we don't feel the compliment inside, if it isn't sincere, then we should not give it. I think we should tell people when they're amazing, and I think we should also tell people when they need improvement. So the point there is that as leaders, we have to be living with inside of integrity at all times, and that means we have to be perfectly frank, perfectly engaged in what might be considered the truth, and so on. So that's, I pulled some stuff out of that last section, which is on integrity, which I think is a critical part of leadership, and it puts a bookend on the chapter